acquiring new teammates direct to her into the business. So Jen, we wanted to talk to you about that today, and great job, by the way, on everything.
Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, I thought it was going to be more referrals on clients, but I can actually been asking my clients after I asked them for client referrals in my referral process. I also asked, okay, well, by the way, who do you know that may need extra income? So now I'm asking for recruit referrals from the client. And so when I call and Steam call the potential recruit that was referred by the client, I have much more credibility now through the client. So all I'm doing is keeping the credibility there, even if I don't have credibility with that particular person. It allows me to lessen the hangups and the cold calls that I would generally do in the beginning of my career. But I always have reasons, to go back to ask for referrals. My clients have become my friends, and my friends have all become my clients. So when they see me in a room, they know that they're going to hear Primerica at least once. Like they just know, like, Primerica's walking in if Jen Lee is walking in. So I touch my clients a couple ways. I got this with Ratna. Happy birthdays for not just the client, but the client's children. People may remember your birthday, but if somebody remembers your child's birthday, that's a bigger deal, in my opinion. And I've seen the results. When clients call me, hey, I need money for my investment, or, can I make a change here? Can I change my beneficiary? That's a way for you to get the new beneficiary number. Because I commit to certain activity, it's done in a strategic way where each activity leads to the next. So my activity that I commit to includes prospects, referrals, a certain amount of prospects, referrals, booked QAs and invites, and also one app or one recruit. And so I did it in that way. I may not get it all in that order that day, but I did it in that way where if I hit all of those 4 cylinders, then they're going to lead to each other. More prospects leads to more calls you can make, which leads to more bookings you can do, which leads to more appointments or one-on-ones you can do. And that will ultimately lead to more results. So I use the animated video if I feel like it's a one-on-one and not as qualified. As even if it's a client referral, I'll send the animated video more now. I purposely go out to places after I'm done with the majority of my day, where if I have to make the calls to book the people, I'll make those calls first and get that over and done with. The prospect I can get at the end of the day because I can just go out, go grab dinner or something like that and meet somebody out and about. My strength is meeting people one-on-one, so I save that to the end of the day. But I'll go purposely to places where my clients work so that me and them can have a casual conversation, and then they can introduce me to maybe their customers or people they work with or people that are in their friend group. I'll ask them if they want to bring anybody, bring them, because that gives me an opportunity to meet somebody new that's warm, and then again, there's credibility there. So that's what I've been working on.
How often do you make new?
Every day.
Exactly. And as introverted as I am, I've always had a focus on building relationships and making new friends. And every year I can, I look back and I'm like, okay, how many new people do I consistently now go out to lunch with, go out to dinner with? They're inviting me to different things that, their family's putting on, like kids' birthday parties or their own birthday parties and things like that. And I can tell you confidently right now that non-producers, that's not the case. I know people, they can go an entire year, they haven't made one new friend. How can that be okay? Number one in life, number one for your own happiness, number one for your own mental health, but then of course for business as well, right? So you got to become a better friend maker if you want to be successful. And yes, Jen is extroverted and she's bubbly and she has really good energy, but I have good energy, but I'm not extroverted and I'm not bubbly. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. And that's something you need to start monitoring. You have to build the amount of quality relationships that you have. And like she said, her clients turn into friends, her friends turn into clients. That's the way it should be. If you want to build a big business, you want to make an abnormal income, your life has to have a singular focus for a period of time, right? You can't be giving your time to anybody and everybody. When people want to bring me into a circle, they want to, I gotta mute. Jen, can you mute yourself? When people, you know, when they want to bring me into a circle, like I was just asked yesterday, somebody said, hey, do you want to come to such and such is going to be there. And so I do my own little evaluation of who's going to be there. And not to sound arrogant, but they want me to come, right? They've heard about me from other people and they're just like, how come this person never comes? Why don't you bring this person? And so I go through my own criteria, right? And let me tell you guys something, and this is especially for young people can learn. I think everybody can learn from this, but especially young people. Nice and interesting is not the criteria that I look at, okay? There's a million nice and interesting people, right? That's not the criteria that I look for. The criteria that I look for is, you know, what can I learn from you? How can I get better? Can you challenge me? Can you be supportive of what I do, right? These are the things that I look at. And then beyond that, how are you making your money? Because maybe we have something in common there. This is the criteria. It extends. Too many people are looking for just nice people, right? That's not enough. It's not enough in a relationship. It's not enough in a business partner. There has to be more that somebody's bringing to the table. Now, you can't just be, you know, off the streets, not working on yourself and set this criteria up, right? You have to build yourself into someone that can demand that criteria out of people. And I think that 17 years into business, 17 years of self-development, that I can set that criteria for myself, you know? So it's building relationships, but it's also purposefully pursuing the right types of relationships as well. So thank you, Jen. I appreciate that. That was helpful for people to get a window into how you're able to do what you do and the focus that you have on it. Let's move on to